Welcome to r/IDontWorkHereLady, where we share stories about folks that are mistaken for employees by irate customers. And today's first story is, she was fully aware I didn't work there, but was unlikely to get help otherwise. Background: I consider myself deaf, though I'm really just severely hard of hearing. I don't like wearing my hearing aids because after a while my ears get sweaty and gets a little uncomfortable. Think about it like wearing cheap earbuds in for a while, same experience. I just happen to have my hearing aids in because I tend to like being able to catch more of what I miss and allows me to have better conversations without needing to sign. However, in public, I tend to do what's called comm sign, which is signing while I'm speaking. It's out of habit more than conscious effort. The story. This is in no way what seems typical for this subreddit, as it doesn't end with a spectacular finale. My roommate and I were shopping at Wally World, just getting a few items, like milk, diet soda, stuff I missed for burrito night, etc. I was wearing a dark gray shirt, black slacks, black shoes, black socks, glasses, hearing aids. Roommate was also not wearing close to the colors either, gray sweatpants and a black shirt with two wolves on it. So, no way we could potentially be mistaken for employees. Well, coincidentally, it wasn't being mistaken for employees, but the fact that I was speaking with my voice and signing. I wasn't paying attention to this gal, probably about 20. However, my roommate had noticed her and she signed "help me." My roomie, who needs signing slowed down for him, still asks me vocally to direct my attention at the lady. She signs again, "help me." I sign, "how help you?" Biggest smile ever in the universe. She signs that she knows I don't work here, but she needed help to speak to the store manager about coupons for batteries for cochlear implants. I signed to her telling her that I think Walmart accepts coupons for their competitors, but I'm not sure, but I think a regular employee would know, since they're trained for it. And that's exactly what we do. Roomie and I stopped our shopping, went up front to the cashier, and I asked the question of the century for this gal. Me: do you guys accept competitor coupons for things like hearing aid batteries? Cashier: I believe we do, but I'm new, so let me just make sure. At this point, the cashier calls for a CSM, Customer Service Manager, who shows up less than a minute away. Customer Service Manager: what's the problem? Cashier: can we accept coupons like this for hearing aid batteries? Customer Service Manager: yes, if it doesn't scan, just do a price match and put it in your drawer. Meanwhile, during their conversation, I'm signing to the deaf lady with the dead battery having CI what's being said. I sign to her to go pick up her batteries and point to where they are. She runs back in a couple minutes, while my roomie and I were chatting with the cashier, mostly about cats. Cashier rings up the batteries, applies the coupon, deaf lady pays, and immediately uses a battery in her processor. She then thanks us and hands me $1. Off she runs into the night. We've seen each other before numerous times over the last 3 years of me living here at that store, and other places around town, but this is the first time I've personally interacted with her. Roomie and I finish our shopping and end up at the cashier again. It was late at night, so take what you will. There's no assault, no sense of entitlement, no police involvement, no screaming, yelling, or crying. Just a deaf gal with a CI that needed some brief help being able to communicate with the hearing world while out of batteries. Extra, read all about it. I'm gonna cut in with some things that I think may come up in comments. Before you ask about the title as to why she wouldn't have been able to get help otherwise, while it's true that with her CI she'd be able to hear, but how well is up to the person, and her batteries were dead, so no sound until she puts the batteries into the processor. So she was completely deaf, and lip reading is still difficult even for me. While I can catch things like vowels, it's pretty bad when you're completely deaf. Think of bad lip reading on YouTube. My roommate and I were the middlemen for her being able to communicate with people. And why didn't she just speak? I know for a fact she's able to, but she has a major deaf accent according to my roommate. I didn't hear her well, but he could. There's also this thing that many hearies have that are complete myths, that are still believed today, even unfortunately by hospital staff like nurses and doctors. Stuff like deaf people can't talk, all deaf people sign, things like that. Admittedly, this is also why when I go to a store by myself, I immediately become mute by choice, so that I don't have to deal with the BS. So I'm thinking her reasoning is so she too didn't have to deal with the same BS. Regardless, speaking and getting spoken back to doesn't help. She's deaf and had no sound at the time. It's true that I speak, and I speak very, very well, largely due to years of speech therapy and having hearing aids as a child. This isn't the case for everyone, as each person has differing levels of what they can and cannot hear. While I'm comfortable with how well I speak verbally, not everyone is, so some people with a CI are still likely to sign, due to knowing how their voice sounds. So that's a confidence thing. Why didn't she just try the coupon with the batteries instead of getting someone that could help her communicate? I'm pretty sure she just happened to see me, rather than going out of her way to look for me. So it's easier for her to sign to me requesting help, than it is to potentially get to the register with her stuff and not be able to hear the employee say if the coupon could be used or not. This could also be a confidence thing too, having at least some level of being able to communicate with hearies back and forth while her CI was out of commission, due to batteries. Why did she give me $1 if she was looking to save the money? The coupon she had saved her a little over $2 on her batteries, and it was a D-good coupon, so major score. I guess she saved enough from it and wanted to tip me for being her middleman in communication. I know I've been in scenarios where I would turn my hearing aids off until I know I was being spoken to, then turn them on in effort to save on batteries, because I was on my last set and couldn't get more for another day or two away. Didn't any of the employees know how to sign? I know for a fact there are a couple of cashiers and one stalker that at least knows basic signing and can say stuff like "Hi, my name is," "Have a good day," etc. But their knowledge is nowhere near the point of being able to assist with signing beyond that, without resort to slowly, painfully slow spelling. Like W, H, A, T, hamster wheel spinning, Y, O, 30 seconds later, U. I generally commend someone for knowing the ASL alphabet well enough that low speech bandwidth of just spelling everything rapidly is better than no signing at all. This is true for most deafies in a hearing environment. That's all I can think of. Moral of the story, not everyone that asks for help thinks you're an employee. Some know for a fact that you're not, but still request help. You also may be the only person in the entire store, even counting the employees, that is able to help quickly and reliably. The second story is, this is unacceptable. I know you work here. I have been following this sub for months now and thought I would share my own story. First off, let me start by saying that I apologize. I'm on mobile. Dun dun dun! All jokes aside, let's start with some backstory. This happened 6 days ago. I am a 6'3" male, a little on the chubby side, 350 pounds, but I do not look it. I work at a place that is a sister company that rhymes with tall blart. We wear very similar colored vests, but as you might have guessed, with different logos. I was also wearing black shorts, a silver hat with a nice dark blue polo shirt. For this story, me equals me, WK equals Wicked Karen of the West, M equals manager, E equals employee. One fateful night, as I'm just getting off work about 9:30 p.m., my girlfriend calls me to tell me that we're out of milk and some other miscellaneous items, but I only remember leaving with the milk. As I pull into a parking lot and get out of my vehicle, I heard a faint "Excuse me, sir." Not thinking it was pointed in my direction, I thought nothing of it. Mistake number 1. Halfway towards the entrance door, I realized that I didn't take off my vest from work. Mistake number 2. So I quickly turn around and put the vest in my truck, this time hearing a more noticeable, more agitated, "Excuse me, sir." Once again, I thought nothing of it. Mistake number 3, and entered the store. Fast forward about 10 minutes with the milk in my hand, standing by the flower wall, trying to decide on buying my girlfriend some roses or not before I head out. I would do anything for that woman. I feel a sharp pain in my side and left leg. Cue Wicked Karen. I stumbled sideways and almost fell over. Someone rammed me with their cart intentionally. I turned to the person, peeved at this moment. Real quick, I am a very non-confrontational person, and try to avoid any sort of confrontation if possible, and yell, "What the F?" But before I could say another word, she, like most Karens do, cut me off. Warning, lot of cursing ahead. Due to the rules, I will dumb down the curse words. This lady had the trademark Karen hairdo, long acrylic nails, a designer purse, looked to be in her mid to late 40s, and looked to be about 5'5". Wicked Karen. I can't believe how incredibly disrespectful and rude you are. I am a paying customer. I called for you to come help me in the parking lot, and you as an employee ignored me. Don't you know who I am? I will have your job for this. Come with me, you piece of crap. Other word. We're gonna talk with your manager. She then went to grab my arm to try to drag me to the nearest manager. Watching a 5'5" woman try to drag a 6'3" full-grown man like he's a little kid will always make me laugh. But like I said, I was peeved. I snatched my arm away from her and yelled back. Me. Lady, I don't give a flying rat frick who you think you are, and honestly, I don't want to know. I do not work here. Also, what gives you the right to physically assault someone when you don't get what you want, you entitled witch? Upon hearing the yelling, I heard some running footsteps, and around a corner popped out employee. Employee, what's going on here? Wicked Karen. Insert smug smile here. This employee ignored me and physically assaulted me when I tried to ask for some help. I demand to speak with your manager about getting this man fired. Me. Bull turd. Lady, that's a lie and you know it. You are the one assaulting people. I never laid a hand on you, and personally I don't want to, you grunt. I don't work here. Employee runs to get the manager. Wicked Karen. How dare you talk to me like that? Do you kiss your mother with that disgusting mouth of yours? Me. Not that it's any of your business. As a matter of fact, I do, and she loves me very much. Can't say the same about you though, not with your attitude. Wicked Karen. Insert banshee scream here. You son of a witch. Do you know who I am? I will personally make sure you never work in this town again. Me. Lady, I thought I already summarized that I do not flip and care who the heck you are, nor do I want to. You're lucky that I haven't already called the police for assault on you. At this moment, employee and manager come running around the corner. Manager, what seems to be the problem here? Wicked Karen, I was minding my own business when your employee assaulted me and started yelling and berating me. I want this man fired. Me, What the fudge, lady? More lies. How many times do I have to say it to get it into your entitled thick skull? Read my lips, woman. I do not work here. Me to manager. Me. Sir, she is spreading lies and twisting her story around. She is the one that assaulted me. I lifted my shirt to show the marks that was left by her card on my side and left calf. Calf had a good bruise. Wicked Karen. Ew, no one wants to see your fat A body. Put it away now. OMG, who would love something like that? Yes, this witch resorted to fat-shaming me. She went there. I will be proud of what I said next till the day I die. Once again, I have no idea who this woman is, or if she has a daughter or not, but what I said shut her up. Me. That's not what your daughter said last night. Employee. Oh! Manager to employee. Stop it. Manager to me. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop right there before I escort you out of the building. Me. Sorry, I understand. Manager to Wicked Karen. Ma'am, I can assure you that this man does not work for Tall Blart. Wicked Karen. This is unacceptable. I know he works here. I saw your employee get out of his truck with a blue vest on. I want him fired now. Manager. Ma'am, once again, he doesn't work here. I haven't seen him before. Wicked Karen. Just to let you know, I will be contacting your corporate office to let them know about this rude employee that you are defending and what an incompetent manager you are. Manager. Please leave the store, ma'am. Wicked Karen scoffs, stomps out of the store. Manager to me. Sir, I do apologize for any inconvenience this must have caused you. Would you like us to call the police so you can file a report against her? To be honest, I seriously did consider pressing charges on her for assault. I was tired and wanted to go home. That, and I didn't want to go through the whole court process. So I let it go, paid for my milk, and went home. That wasn't my first Karen encounter, and unfortunately probably won't be the last either. I sincerely hope that I never run into that woman again. The third story is, lady thinks I work at a gas station, freaks out on the owner for telling the truth. Let me start by saying this was a few years ago, so the details are a bit fuzzy. I am also on mobile. So with that, on to the story. So this story starts with my dad pulling into a gas station while we were on a road trip. I had to go to the bathroom, so I ran inside while my dad put a bit of air in the tires and got gas. As soon as I step out of the bathroom, Karen looks at me and says, "Finally, someone who works here. Done with your extended break yet?" I looked at her and said the famous line, "I don't work here." Karen cut me off and said, "I know you work here. I saw you talking with that man outside." I'm pretty short and obviously young, so I have no idea how she even mistook me for an employee. So I repeat again, "I don't work here." To which she slams the door, glass, of the gas station, which promptly shattered. My dad heard this and immediately ran to the store. "Dad, what is happening here?" Karen, "This employee refuses to help me and claims he doesn't work here. I want him fired." At this point, a real employee comes out of the back room to see what's happening. When the employee realizes the door is broken, she calls the owner, who arrives in the middle of my dad and I telling Karen that I don't work there and I'm 13. The owner shows up and tells her the exact same things we said, to which Karen decides to yell, "Why are you defending this employee? He was lazy and should be fired," followed by her throwing a bunch of stuff from an aisle on the ground and storming out. We ended up getting free snacks and saw Karen's car on the side of the highway being pulled over by the cops. We made sure to slow down and give her a nice wave when we drove by. Thanks for the free snacks, lady. Thanks for watching.